Hey, family. So, this is Reginald Martin, founder and CEO of Fiscally Adept AI Solutions. And today I wanted to just go over one of the basic parts of the flow builder. And that's going to be the flow configuration form. Okay. And that's going to be inside the flows. So this would be the guide for the flow configuration form in Chatbot Builder AI. So in this video, I'll walk you through each form field, explaining what it does and how it impacts your chatbot's behavior. Whether you're just starting out or looking to optimize your chatbot, this guide will help you get the most out of each configuration option. Now, let's get to our first part of the form. So what I'm going to do is just go from top to bottom. All right. So the first part that you're going to go to is you, of course, going to go to the flows, and then you're going to open up a flow. Okay. Now I've already got one opened up here. So this is the form. And as I said, I'm going to go from top to bottom, just explain how each one of these work. And as a beginner, I was somebody that I didn't have any experience with building chatbots at all. So it's something totally and completely new to me. So everything everything about chatbots was basically foreign. Okay. I actually started learning one system before I came to Chatbot Builder, and they were still two like completely different systems. So what I learned over there wasn't much that I could transfer over here. So doing Chatbot Builder is just a different way than other traditional ways of building bots are. And this form is crucial to your chatbot. So anything that you're going to be building, understanding this form from a global perspective, if anything, is going to help you. Okay, that was one of the things that was just really confusing for me. Is like, well, okay, I can see this here, and I could follow people along, but I couldn't really understand what was happening, what this was doing, or anything like that. So hopefully this is what I'll be able to help you with from a beginner perspective, is to understand how this form impacts your entire chatbot. Okay. So let's first start with the first form field. Okay. So this field here right now, I got it set at generate text. Okay. But there's a lot of different settings that you can use within this particular form. Or this particular field. I'm going to only concentrate just from a beginning perspective, just get you acquainted with these first two parts first, so these first forms. So just really, so this field is all about setting the stage for how your chatbot interacts with your AI model. So whatever AI model you choose, whether it be Google Gemini, whether it be OpenAI, whether it be Anthropic Claude. So this is how this form basically connects your chatbot to the LLM. Okay. Generate text is a very simple form. So you'll see this here. All these forms are inputs here. But if you change it to generate text advanced, then you'll see some other inputs that drop down. Okay. But right now we're just going to concentrate on the generate text. So just understand that when you make this choice, this is how your bot is going to be interacting with the LLM. Okay. Now, the next part of the form is just the model. The model is chosen here is GPT-4o Mini. Okay. Now, again, you can choose, depending on what you choose, you can have Anthropic or Gemini or any of them here. But this one also has a couple of choices. So GPT-4o Mini is the latest. Okay. You're choosing which model that you want to interact with. And the reason you want to do that too is every model has its strengths and weaknesses, but even within the models, there are different levels that you can have that have different strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so this here is just you've chosen your model. So the next part of the form is the business information prompt. All right, so with the business information prompt, this form field allows you to give your chatbot important context about your business. So on one level, so this acts a couple of ways, because it can be within this area. It can be something that's very simple, like a welcome message, or it can be your actual knowledge base or prompt for your entire bot. Okay, so for this particular bot that I'm demonstrating here, it's just a basic welcome message, and it doesn't even have to be this complicated. Okay, so I've set up some other things here for this particular bot, but it can just be welcome. You're Sam, a knowledgeable sales and marketing chatbot assistant. Okay, so this is one that I actually use on my website. But you can also train your entire bot. Okay, so for this particular within this particular part of the form. Okay, so this information helps tailor the AI to respond to match your brand's voice, or provide the relevant information to answer questions, everything. So this is essentially the brain of your chatbot, is what this part is. Okay. So next we have what's called the user message. Okay. And the purpose of the user message is where your chatbot captures the user's inquiry, or query. So where whatever the user, the person that comes to your chatbot and starts to typing, this particular field is going to capture that. And you have to set up here a cuff, or what's called a custom user field, and to capture whatever the chatbot is, whatever the user puts in, and a chatbot will actually store that information, or hold that information so it can interact, okay, with the LLM. So why this matters is you want to have accurate input and capture the information that ensures a chatbot understands what the user needs and can respond appropriately. Okay, so this is just important to capture the user, to have the user's information being captured by the chatbot and then sent to the LLM. Okay, the next part here is the save response to custom field. Okay, so the purpose here is this field lets you store chatbots generated responses in a custom field for later use. Okay, if you set it up that way. Okay, so you can so here it can it'll capture the field. Okay, but then here is the AI welcome message. This is the output that is going to be shown to the user. Okay, so the custom field captures it. You don't see that happening. That's going to be happening in the background. But then once it cues or triggers something, then the output message is going to be in this particular, the output to the user is going to be made. And I'll show you what that means here in a little bit. Okay, but you can also create custom fields from that particular spot, from this space. So you can create a new custom field if you need to, but don't worry about that right now. Just basically just giving you the basics of how this bot works. Okay, so the custom field is important because you want to save responses that allows your chatbot to build context over time, leading to more personalizing and a cohesive conversation. Okay, so in other words, like if you've used Chatbot Builder AI, you'll notice that it when you type something in, it'll kind of save your conversation framework. You don't have to keep asking the same questions over and over. It saves the context of your message, okay, or whatever you're doing, and this is what allows your chatbot to do the same thing, basically. Okay, so that's what the save response custom field is about. All right. Now the next part is the functions form field. Okay, so this is the functions, and what this is if you want to basically everything that is being done right now is completely and totally encapsulated in text. Okay. But if you want your chatbot to be able to do other things like capture email addresses and then send them to a form, or capture other information like maybe you might have a test or something that you're doing, you wanted to capture the answers for the question, then this form here allows the chatbot to extend its functionality. That will allow the chatbot to actually communicate with other parts, other flows. So if you want to go from one flow to another, this part of the form is how you're going to have that happen. Okay, so you see, I got different things that I've got set up in mind. So like if I'm wanting to send it to I'm wanting to send it to a flow that collects name and information, email addresses for an appointment, then I can set up, I can insert this function, and then it'll actually take it to another flow. Okay, so that's what the functions form is about. So this is the basic functionality of the flow configuration form. So when you're inside the flow and you've chosen your large language model, this is what it's doing. So essentially, this is communicating with the large language model. This enables your bot to communicate with the large language model. When I first started this, I could grasp what was, each thing that was happening. Like I could copy somebody's bot, but I couldn't like really troubleshoot because I really didn't understand what was happening with each of these parts. So now hopefully you can have a basic understanding of what's happening with each of these parts. Now, I will go to the generate text advance, but I'll do that on I have a Patreon channel, and I will basically go over this part on my Patreon channel. So if you want to get more detailed with this, then come there, and I got a lot of other information for beginners that will help you. But I'll break all of this down. So remember conversation, and this might seems like it's either yes or no, but there's actually some different reasons why you want your bots to remember the conversation or not, depending on different bots that you use or different use cases for your bots. That's what I'll explain more in more detailed on the Patreon channel, and I'll put the link in the description below if that's something that you want to go to. But at any rate, I hope this is giving you some, as a beginner, some good information and just a simple way to understand how to use the flow configuration form. All right, family, y'all have an amazing day.